Hi everyone, I'm Marla Miller from marlamiller.com, and this is Critique My Query, a video column that I've been offering at the Writer magazine now for quite a while. What I do is I read your query letters that you submit to me in an email, no files please, to my email address that is right below us, and then I'll put it on the list, and as your turn comes up I will read it for the public. So just so we're clear about that. I got an email from someone recently who asked me to do it privately, and that's not the service that we're offering here. So I have a query letter here. If you don't hear from me though within like 6 weeks, shoot me another email and I can let you know where you are in the list. Okay, let's get to this one. Dear Blank, I'm seeking representation for my historical epic, An Ordeal of Faith, completed 140,000 words. A heresy of Gnostic origins rages in the county of Toulouse in the year 1243. It endures by drawing strength from a subversive ancient gospel that challenges the legitimacy of the established church. In the war between the faiths, Catholic knight William de Gameville and his family have mysteriously been invested with the gospel's guardianship. William's heretic brother is rescued at once, and William's daughter is called through a dream to save it again. An Ordeal of Faith is an intricately woven tale of the family's epic struggles to fulfill its destiny. Initially unaware of such a book, let alone his family's connection to it, William views his personal battle as ensuring his wife and children's welfare while remaining loyal to a heretic brother. He quickly realizes the two objectives are at variance when, to prevent the inquisitors at Toulouse from using his children against their uncle, he whisks his family away to temporary asylum at the heretic stronghold, only to learn that he has all but delivered them into the hands of the crusaders moving on the fortress. He has made the wrong choice, but his efforts thereafter to rectify matters meet with obstacle after obstacle. It takes his own incarceration by the Inquisition, his daughter's brave journey to carry out her dream, and a heartbreaking loss for him to recognize that his choice was scarcely one at all, that an invisible hand has been guiding him and his loved ones all along. In a subgenre that is saturated with stories of large historic figures, this novel will satisfy the reader seeking quieter characters who heroically step up to challenges regarding faith, loyalty, and destiny. In scope, it can be compared to Zoe Oldenburg's historical novel set in the Middle Ages and Ken Follett's The Pillars of the Earth. I hold a PhD from the University of Blank, and I'm a former university professor. I became passionate about the Middle Ages when I had a dream one night about it. The dream is that of William's daughter, mentioned above and expanded in the novel. I'm grateful for the opportunity to have my work considered by your agency, and thank you for your time. Okay, so what do I think of this letter? Well, I think it's very nicely crafted. Number one. So I have absolutely no problem with the writing or the construction of this query letter. I think it's nicely done. I get a nice overview of this story without knowing the entire story. And so that's good, and for all of you out there, it's really, really important that in a query letter you don't offer a mini synopsis, because if you give me a mini synopsis, or the agent a mini synopsis, you're essentially giving them the story. And so if you've already told them the story, why do they want to ask you for the first 3 chapters? So I guess that's probably one of the hardest parts of crafting a query letter that hooks, is hooking your reader on enough of the story that makes them want to read more, but not giving them so much that they feel satisfied and know what this story is about. So I think that this example of this query letter, which we post, read it through. It gives you a nice overview of what this An Ordeal of Faith might read like without telling us the ending. So that's nicely done. The only thing I would suggest to this author, and I want to keep aware of time, we're good. The only suggestion I have is that when in the 3rd paragraph he says initially unaware of such a book, this sacred book that they're looking for, a gospel, he says initially unaware of such a book. I kind of got lost. I lost track of this book as well in this query letter, so I would encourage him or her to go in there and keep your eye on that gospel that is the subject of this entire story. Okay, so that's the goods that we're all fighting to protect or steal. So keep your eye on that. It just maybe a little bit more there, and Other than that, I would encourage this author to submit to agents who represent the genre, but also submit to new agents because you know, they might be interested in a book written by someone who has a nice, strong rooting in history, which is good. And I guess that's all I'm going to say at this point. I wish this author much success, and until the next time, be well, keep writing.